The story begins with a cold, distant voice echoing across the cosmos. It's not from Earth, but from the Galactic Empire. The sound of the voice sends a chill down the spine of anyone listening. A cold message is broadcasted across Earth's communication networks. Your fleet is obsolete. Your defenses are laughable. Your world will soon be ours. The Empire's words are full of mockery, a calculated insult aimed at the heart of Earth's military power. It's not just an empty threat, it's a declaration of war. The voice on the transmission speaks with the confidence of a conqueror, certain that Earth's defenses will crumble beneath the might of the Galactic Empire. The people of Earth, watching the broadcast, are paralyzed with fear. Many have never seen the true power of the Empire, but they've heard the rumors. Entire civilizations have fallen at the hands of these invaders. This is no ordinary threat, it is a declaration of the Empire's unstoppable superiority. The countdown clock begins. Earth's military leaders scramble to prepare for the inevitable, but they know it may already be too late. The Empire has invaded countless planets, and now it's Earth's turn. The atmosphere in Earth's war rooms is tense. The brightest minds and most experienced generals stand before blinking screens, trying to devise a plan to counter the overwhelming force approaching. Every option they've considered seems insufficient. There is no way to fight back against the Galactic Empire's vast armada. But then, just as all hope seems lost, a faint signal cuts through the panic. It's a transmission, hidden beneath layers of encrypted code, coming from an unknown source. The leaders freeze. No one expected this. At first, they dismiss it as a fluke, a malfunction. But when the message repeats, its meaning becomes clear. It's a message from a top-secret faction within Earth's military, a faction that was kept hidden from the rest of humanity. A voice emerges from the crackling transmission. This is Captain Sarah Donovan, of the Earth Defense Fleet. We have been preparing for this moment for decades. We have a fleet, hidden in the farthest reaches of our solar system. A fleet that can challenge the Empire itself. The words are almost impossible to believe. How could Earth have such a fleet? The Empire's technology is far beyond anything Earth has ever seen, how could humanity possibly have anything that could stand against it? The answer comes quickly, this fleet is far more advanced than anything Earth's enemies could ever imagine. Hidden for decades, it was built in secret by a select group of scientists and military commanders. Only a handful of people knew about it, and they have spent years carefully protecting this secret. Now, as the Empire's invasion force prepares to strike, humanity's last line of defense is about to be revealed. But there's a problem. The fleet has been cloaked for years, kept hidden in places no one would ever expect. It is scattered across the farthest and most isolated regions of the solar system, in locations that only a few high-ranking military officials knew about. No one, except a small group of trusted individuals, has any idea where the ships are, or how to reach them. These ships are humanity's final hope, but finding them and preparing them for battle will take time, something Earth doesn't have. The leaders of Earth's military scramble to get the coordinates, working desperately to track down the fleet and bring it into action. The Galactic Empire's fleet is already on its way, and there's no time to waste. Every moment that passes brings Earth closer to its demise. The Empire's ships are advancing at a speed Earth's defenses cannot match. The threat is imminent, and Earth has only one chance to survive. In the midst of this panic, Captain Sarah Donovan and her elite team of soldiers prepare to take action. Sarah is no ordinary commander. She's been part of the secret Earth Defense Fleet from the beginning, handpicked for her skill, intelligence, and unwavering loyalty to Earth. She's seen the fleet firsthand, trained with the advanced technology, and knows the stakes. Sarah's resolve is unshakable. She has watched her world face constant threats, but this is different. The Empire's challenge is like nothing Earth has ever faced before. And yet, she knows this is Earth's chance to prove that humanity will never bow to an alien empire. Sarah assembles her team, a group of hand-picked soldiers, each with their own unique set of skills. There's Commander Kor, a brilliant strategist and close friend of Sarah. Kor is the mind behind many of the fleet's advanced tactics and is an expert in using technology in ways no one else can. Then there's Lieutenant Bonner, a fearless fighter who has been with Sarah since the beginning. Bonner's loyalty to Earth is unwavering, and he's willing to sacrifice everything to protect it. Together, this small group of elite soldiers will be humanity's final line of defense against the might of the Galactic Empire. The team's mission is simple but impossible: to uncover the fleet, get it operational, and prepare for battle, all before the Empire's invasion force arrives. It's a race against time. Each minute that passes is another minute the Empire gets closer to Earth. The team will have to move fast, using every ounce of their skills and knowledge to outwit the Empire. They'll face impossible odds, but they know that if they fail, Earth will be lost. The first task is to locate the fleet, hidden deep within the farthest reaches of the solar system. The team must work quickly to navigate the dangerous, uncharted territories where the fleet lies. The journey to find the fleet will be treacherous, filled with unexpected obstacles, but there's no choice. The Earth Defense Fleet is humanity's only hope, and they must bring it online before the Empire's armada destroys everything. As Sarah and her team race to locate the fleet, tensions rise. They know that failure is not an option. The fate of the entire planet rests on their shoulders. Every second they waste brings Earth closer to the edge of destruction. But amidst the fear and uncertainty, there's also hope. The secret fleet represents a chance for humanity to show its strength, to prove that even in the face of overwhelming odds, Earth will never give up. This is humanity's chance to strike back and show the Galactic Empire that they are not as invincible as they think. The final scene of Part 1 ends with Sarah and her team standing in front of the fleet, ready for battle. The ships are more advanced than anything they've ever seen, sleek, powerful, and equipped with weapons that could match the Empire's. The team is ready. Earth's last line of defense has been revealed, and now it's time to take the fight to the Empire. As the team prepares to set off into space, Sarah looks out at the stars, her heart racing with anticipation. The countdown to the Empire's invasion has begun, but Earth's secret fleet is ready to face whatever comes. This is humanity's moment to rise up and show the galaxy that they will never be conquered. The atmosphere aboard the Earth Defense Fleet's flagship is thick with tension as Captain Sarah Donovan prepares her team for the most important mission of their lives. The weight of responsibility is almost too much to bear. Earth's fate hangs on the edge of a knife. Every decision, every move, could be the difference between victory and annihilation. Sarah stands at the command center, her gaze fixed on the massive screen in front of her. The countdown is ticking, and every second is precious. The Galactic Empire's fleet is closing in on Earth, and there's no room for error. Sarah Donovan is no ordinary commander. She's a leader forged in the crucible of war, a woman who has seen the worst that the galaxy has to offer. But what makes her truly exceptional isn't just her skills in battle or her ability to command, it's her unshakable resolve to protect humanity, no matter the cost. As she looks out at the vast expanse of space, a flood of memories rushes over her. She remembers the day her brother, Lieutenant Alex Donovan, was killed during a previous alien conflict. He was one of the first to fall when the Galactic Empire invaded a nearby colony. The loss of her brother has haunted her every day since. His death has become a burning motivation for Sarah, pushing her to fight with everything she has. This mission is personal. It's not just about saving Earth, it's about avenging the brother she lost. The thought of his face, so full of life and promise, now gone forever, fuels her determination. But as the fleet begins to mobilize, Sarah knows that she must balance her personal desire for revenge with the responsibility she has to the billions of people she is fighting to protect. The stakes are higher than ever, and she can't afford to let emotion cloud her judgment. As she walks to the command bridge, Sarah meets Commander Kor, the genius strategist who has been working alongside her since the beginning of the fleet's secret operations. Kor is a man of few words, but when he speaks, people listen. His tactical brilliance is unrivaled, and his calm demeanor in the face of danger has earned him the respect of every officer in the fleet. But even Kor can feel the weight of the moment. This is no ordinary battle, this is humanity's last stand. Kor is busy running simulations on the fleet's strategic deployment, his eyes glued to the holographic map that outlines Earth's defenses and the enemy's movements. He points to the simulation, his voice low but determined. "We're outnumbered, Captain, but we have something they don't, a fleet that can move faster than anything they've ever encountered. We'll use the element of surprise to hit them where it hurts." Kor's plan is simple but risky. The fleet must move under cover of darkness, using their cloaking devices to avoid detection, and then strike when the Empire's ships are vulnerable. It's a delicate operation, one that requires perfect timing and flawless execution. Any misstep could result in total failure. The fate of Earth rests on the shoulders of Sarah and her team. As Sarah listens to Kor, she feels the weight of the responsibility settle over her like a heavy cloak. But she knows that this is the moment she's been preparing for her entire life. The training, the sacrifices, the loss, everything has led to this. The fleet Sarah commands is unlike anything the Empire has ever encountered. It has been hidden for decades, developed in secret by Earth's brightest minds. Each ship is equipped with cloaking technology so advanced that it can render the fleet invisible to all forms of detection. The cloaking devices are a masterpiece of human engineering, making it nearly impossible for the Empire's sensors to track them. But cloaking is just the beginning. These ships are armed with hyper-advanced AI-controlled warships that can think, adapt, and fight faster than any human ever could. The AI systems aboard the fleet are unlike anything the Empire has ever encountered. They are programmed to analyze combat situations in real time, adjusting tactics on the fly and learning from every engagement. The fleet also boasts powerful energy weapons capable of disintegrating entire enemy ships with a single blast. These weapons have been developed using technology scavenged from previous alien conflicts and enhanced by Earth's own scientific advancements. The ships are not just fast and stealthy, they are deadly. As Sarah surveys the fleet, her eyes linger on the flagship, the Resolute, a massive vessel that serves as the heart of the Earth Defense Fleet. The Resolute is the most advanced ship ever built, a symbol of humanity's defiance against the Empire's tyranny. Its sleek, dark silhouette gleams under the artificial lights of the hangar bay. It is both a fortress and a weapon, equipped with cutting-edge weapon systems and defenses that make it nearly invulnerable. The fleet's ships are powered by fusion reactors, providing nearly limitless energy for their weapons and engines. They are fast, nimble, and capable of making rapid jumps across the solar system, giving them the upper hand in terms of speed and maneuverability. The Empire may have the numbers, but Earth's fleet has the technology and the element of surprise. As Sarah and her team begin to prepare the fleet for launch, something unexpected happens, a new threat emerges from the shadows. Earth's communication systems, which had been operating without issue until now, suddenly start to glitch. At first, it's just a few minor malfunctions, static in the background of transmissions, a delay in the data feed, but then the situation rapidly escalates. Within minutes, the entire fleet's communication network is under attack. A message flashes on the command center's screen, hacking attack in progress. Kor's fingers fly across the control panel as he tries to identify the source of the intrusion. "It's an advanced AI," he mutters, his voice tense. "It's coming from the Galactic Empire. They've sent one of their most sophisticated hacking programs to disable our fleet before we even launch. The AI is infiltrating the fleet's systems, attempting to breach the security protocols and take control of Earth's advanced technology. The clock is ticking, and the enemy's AI is growing more powerful by the second. If they don't act quickly, the entire fleet could be compromised before it even has a chance to engage the Empire." Sarah's heart races as she watches the situation unfold. "How long do we have?" she demands, her voice sharp with urgency. "Not long," Kor replies, his face grim. "The AI is learning fast. If we don't stop it now, it'll disable our entire communication network, rendering us blind and deaf on the battlefield. Sarah orders her team to take immediate action. The fleet's AI must be protected at all costs. A small group of cyber specialists is dispatched to the flagship's core systems, where they must engage in a digital battle against the Empire's rogue AI. It's a race against time. Every second counts, and the tension in the command center is palpable. Sarah stands at the heart of the command center, watching the status updates flash across the screen. She knows the risks of this mission, and the chances of success seem slimmer with every passing moment. But she has no choice. The fate of Earth is at stake, and she will not let this be the moment she fails. With a final burst of energy, the cyber team manages to disable the Empire's AI. The fleet's communication systems come back online, and the countdown to launch continues. But the Empire's hacking attempt has left a mark, a reminder of the danger they face. The stakes have never been higher, and Sarah and her team know that they must move fast if they are to have any hope of stopping the Empire's invasion. The final moments of Part 2 see the fleet ready to launch. Sarah stands at the helm of the Resolute, the fleet poised and ready to move out. The tension is unbearable. The moment they've been preparing for is finally here. The screen fades to black as Sarah's voice echoes over the comms, "This is it. The fate of Earth is in our hands." The massive silhouette of the Galactic Empire's fleet loomed large on the edge of the solar system, slowly making its way toward Earth. It was a sight that filled every observer with dread. The Empire's ships were colossal, towering over anything humanity had ever built, their sheer size alone intimidating. They moved with terrifying precision, ready to annihilate Earth. They had come with a singular purpose: to conquer, to destroy, and to show humanity its place in the galaxy. And as they entered Earth's orbit, they wasted no time launching the first wave of their attack. As the first wave of attack begins, the scene is chaotic. The Galactic Empire's ships unleash a barrage of devastating firepower, hurling missiles and energy blasts toward Earth's outer defense systems. The vast explosions fill the screen, and the sky above Earth is set ablaze with streaks of red and orange from the enemy's bombardment. Earth's defense stations, scattered across the outer edges of the solar system, are hit first. Huge chunks of debris and sparks explode into space as the defensive stations crumble under the Empire's relentless assault. From Earth's surface, people can only watch as the brilliant flashes of explosions light up the sky, a tragic reminder of how small humanity had once felt. But this was only the beginning. The Empire's fleet continued to descend with the same cold efficiency. They did not care about the lives they were destroying, they only cared about victory. The immense power of the Empire's fleet was on full display. Their warships were vast, practically planet-sized, and packed with enough firepower to destroy entire cities with a single shot. Their size was a symbol of their dominance, their superiority. They moved into Earth's atmosphere like a predator stalking its prey, ready to strike the fatal blow. The camera shifts between Earth's defenses, capturing the fiery explosions of missiles in space. Massive orbital cannons fire at the oncoming Empire ships, but their attacks are like drops in an ocean, failing to make any significant impact on the invaders. The visuals are filled with dramatic imagery, missile trails streaking across the darkness of space, brilliant flashes of energy lighting up the surroundings, and Earth's once pristine defense systems exploding in fiery blazes as they fall to the Empire's might. The beauty of space contrasts with the violence unfolding, twin moons of Earth illuminated by the firestorm of war. As the first explosions erupt, the desperation becomes apparent. It seems like Earth's defenses are no match for the might of the Empire. But in the midst of the chaos, a secret weapon is about to be revealed: the Earth's fleet is ready to strike back. As the battle rages on and the Empire's fleet begins its slow advance, Earth's fleet, once hidden in the deepest corners of the solar system, reveals itself. Out of nowhere, small but agile ships begin to emerge from the shadows of asteroids and distant moons, cloaking devices flickering out as they drop their invisibility. These ships are much smaller than the Empire's titanic vessels, but their speed and stealth make them a formidable force. They are the heart of Earth's secret fleet, and the time has come for them to fight. The Empire's commanders, looking down from their massive ships, scoff at what they perceive as a joke. "This is the great defense Earth has been hiding," one of them sneers. To them, the human fleet looks nothing more than a swarm of insects, insignificant compared to the immense power of their own armada. But Earth's fleet is not here to fight a conventional war. It is here to use its greatest strengths, stealth, speed, and surprising firepower. The human fleet is nimble, darting through space like shadows. Their ships dart between asteroids, using the environment to their advantage. The Empire's massive ships are unable to follow, their cumbersome size preventing them from matching the agility of Earth's fleet. The speed of Earth's ships takes the Empire by surprise as they launch fast strikes on enemy ships, hitting them in places the Empire's commanders never expected. Earth's warships fire powerful, concentrated energy blasts from their advanced weaponry, sending shockwaves through the space around them. The battle intensifies as the Empire's fleet scrambles to retaliate. At first, their response is slow and disjointed. They are not used to facing a fleet that moves with such speed and precision. Earth's ships weave in and out of enemy lines, avoiding the massive blasts fired by the Empire's warships. They strike quickly and then retreat, always staying one step ahead. It's a game of cat and mouse, with Earth's fleet playing the role of the mouse, darting in and out of cover, avoiding the enemy's overwhelming firepower. But as the battle rages on, a new challenge emerges. The advanced AI systems that control Earth's warships, which had been designed to give the fleet an edge, begin to malfunction. The Empire's countermeasures, more sophisticated than anyone anticipated, begin to corrupt Earth's AI, causing them to lose synchronization. It becomes clear that the human fleet is no longer as coordinated as it once was. As the AI systems begin to glitch and fail, Sarah Donovan and her commanders are forced to take matters into their own hands. "We need to take manual control," Core orders, his voice urgent. "We've trained for this, but it's going to be chaotic." With the AI systems struggling, the fleet's commanders and their crews now have to rely on their own instincts and training. The ships are still fast, still powerful, but without the AI's assistance, every maneuver becomes more difficult. The battle is now a test of human skill against the might of the Empire. The odds are stacked against them, but Sarah and her team are not willing to back down. The camera focuses on Sarah as she stands at the helm of her ship, her face set in a mask of concentration. She issues orders rapidly, her voice unwavering as she directs her crew in the fight for survival. Each maneuver is a risk. One wrong move could mean the destruction of her ship or worse, the failure of humanity's last hope. At the same time, Core leads a daring attack against one of the Empire's flagship vessels. The Empire's flagship is a monstrous ship, a behemoth of technology and firepower. It's surrounded by an army of smaller support ships, all bristling with weapons. The Empire's flagship looms over the human fleet like a giant, and yet, Core has a plan. With Earth's fleet scattered, they are using speed to their advantage, darting in and out of the enemy's defenses. Core's ship races toward the flagship, narrowly dodging enemy fire. It's a bold move, but it's the only chance to make a real impact. As Core's ship closes in, Earth's fleet continues to harass the Empire's lines, drawing their fire away and giving Core the opportunity to strike. The Empire's commanders, underestimating the capabilities of Earth's fleet, are blindsided by this unexpected maneuver. As Core's ship reaches the flagship, the battle turns into a dangerous, close-quarters engagement. Core and his crew board the Empire's ship using boarding pods, fighting their way through the hulls of the enormous vessel. The contrast between the towering Empire ships and the nimble human warships becomes evident as the battle moves inside the flagship. Earth's soldiers fight with a raw determination, every step filled with danger. But this is their chance to do something no one thought possible: take down the heart of the Empire's fleet. The first clash has begun. The odds are still heavily against Earth, but the human spirit is unyielding. Despite the overwhelming power of the Empire, Earth's fleet is showing that it has something the Empire cannot understand: heart, determination, and the will to fight. The first wave is only the beginning, and Earth's fleet is ready for more. The battle rages on, the fate of Earth hanging in the balance. The tension in space is palpable, with explosions lighting up the vast darkness as Earth's fleet continues to fight back against the overwhelming power of the Galactic Empire. The odds remain against humanity, but Captain Sarah Donovan and her team are determined. They fought hard, and for a moment, it seems as if Earth's fleet might have a chance to turn the tide of the war. However, as the battle intensifies, a shocking betrayal threatens to undo everything. As Sarah's fleet presses its advantage, a chilling moment occurs. An encrypted signal, previously thought to be from a high-ranking officer, suddenly breaks through the communication channels. It's a distress signal, only it's not coming from an Earth ship, but from within the fleet itself. The message is brief but deadly in its implications. It's a transmission to the Galactic Empire, revealing Earth's fleet's exact location and their strategic positions. The betrayal is clear: someone within their ranks has turned against them. The transmission sends shockwaves through the command centers. Sarah's heart sinks as the truth hits her: an officer she trusted, someone who had been part of the Earth Defense Fleet for years, has just betrayed humanity. The officer, General David Rhodes, had been a loyal member of the fleet, but now, it's clear that he has been secretly working for the Empire. The betrayal feels like a knife in Sarah's back. Rhodes had been a mentor to many, respected by all. His sudden defection is unfathomable. The officers and soldiers within Earth's fleet scramble to understand how such a betrayal could happen. They can feel the tremor of panic spreading through the ranks. For a brief moment, the fleet is thrown into chaos. The humans' advantage, the very hope that had fueled their resistance, begins to slip away. The Empire now knows exactly where to strike. The deception cuts deep, and the trust that had been built over years of struggle is shattered. The betrayal does not go unnoticed by the Galactic Empire. The moment the distress signal is received, the Empire's fleet, which had been on the defensive, now shifts into high gear. With their enemy's position revealed, the Empire's massive warships begin their final assault. The ships that had been lurking in the shadows of space suddenly power up, their weaponry blazing as they make their move. For Sarah and her fleet, the timing couldn't be worse. Their ships are vulnerable, caught off guard in the midst of a fragile victory. The Empire's attack is swift and brutal. Earth's ships, still reeling from the betrayal, are unable to mount an effective defense. The Empire launches a full-scale bombardment, raining down laser fire and missiles on the human fleet. Explosions rock the fleet, and for a moment, the stars themselves seem to flicker in response to the devastation. Sarah can feel the weight of every decision pressing down on her. The Earth's last hope is teetering on the edge of annihilation. Every order she gives could be the difference between life and death, between victory and complete destruction. The sense of urgency is overwhelming, and the fight becomes even more personal. She must keep control of the situation, or it will all be lost. But the loss of trust and the collapse of their unity make this task nearly impossible. In the midst of the battle, a tragedy strikes. One of Sarah's closest friends and allies, Lieutenant Bonner, is killed in a devastating explosion. Bonner had been by Sarah's side since the very beginning of the Earth Defense Fleet's creation. He was her confidant, her right hand. The two had fought side by side through every crisis, their bond growing stronger with each battle. Now, in the heat of this betrayal and chaos, Bonner is lost. The explosion rocks the ship where Bonner was stationed, tearing through its hull with brutal force. Sarah's heart stops as she watches in horror, helpless, as the blast sends a shockwave through the fleet. A few moments later, the communication line goes silent. Bonner's voice is gone. The crew looks to Sarah for guidance, but her heart aches with grief. Her closest friend has just been ripped from her side. For Sarah, this loss is more than just a tactical blow, it's a personal wound that cuts deep. Bonner wasn't just a crew member. He was family. And now, the weight of that loss threatens to break her spirit. The crew knows the stakes, but for Sarah, this death is the tipping point. Her emotions are raw, but she cannot afford to let grief cloud her judgment. The fight must go on. The death of Bonner becomes a rallying cry for the crew. His sacrifice will not be in vain. Sarah knows that the best way to honor him is by winning this war. His spirit is with them, and they cannot let it be wasted. The loss sharpens Sarah's resolve, igniting a fire in her heart that will not be extinguished. She knows what she has to do, and she will not let anything, not even the betrayal from within, stop her from carrying out her mission. Determined to push back against the Empire's assault, Sarah calls for a counterattack. She knows that Earth's fleet is at a disadvantage, but she also knows that they have one advantage the Empire cannot match, the cloaking technology that had kept them hidden for so long. The cloaking devices, advanced beyond anything the Empire has ever seen, are the last hope for Earth's fleet to regain the upper hand. Sarah gives the order to activate the cloaking devices. Earth's ships flicker out of visibility, vanishing into the darkness of space like ghosts. The Empire's massive warships, already struggling to track the nimble human fleet, are now blind. The sudden shift in tactics catches the Empire off guard. For a few precious moments, the Empire's ships are unable to locate their enemies, and this opens a window of opportunity for Sarah and her team. Using this moment of surprise, Sarah leads the charge, guiding her fleet as they slip through the Empire's defenses. With the Empire distracted and confused, Sarah's fleet unleashes a barrage of surprise strikes. Sarah leads her crew with precision, each move calculated, every strike aimed at weakening the Empire's hold. The chaos of the betrayal and Bonner's death fuels Sarah's resolve. As she watches the damage unfold on the enemy flagship, she knows that this moment is their chance to turn the tide. The betrayal from within was devastating, but now, with her fleet's courage and determination, they have the chance to do what no one thought possible, defeat the Empire and save Earth. The battle is far from over, but in that moment, Sarah knows one thing for sure, Earth's fight is far from finished. And no betrayal, no matter how deep, will ever stop her from protecting her home, the final battle is upon them. Earth's last hope lies in this moment as the Galactic Empire unleashes its most powerful weapon. The fate of humanity now depends on how well Earth's fleet can withstand the overwhelming power of the Empire's largest warship, an enormous star destroyer, a ship so powerful that it can obliterate entire cities with a single blast. For Sarah Donovan and the crew of the Earth Defense Fleet, there is no turning back. This is the moment they have been preparing for, and it will either be their victory or their downfall. As the massive star destroyer moves into position, its dark form casting a shadow across Earth's orbit, the humans brace themselves for the fight of their lives. The Empire has pulled out all the stops, bringing its most advanced weapon to crush any remaining resistance. This ship is the Empire's final answer to the humans' defiance, a ship so powerful it seems almost unbeatable. From Earth's perspective, it is a terrifying sight. The Star Destroyer glows with a menacing blue light as it charges its weapons. It is surrounded by a fleet of smaller ships, all geared up for the ultimate offensive. Earth's fleet, though cloaked and ready for a surprise attack, is severely outgunned and outnumbered. The stakes are higher than ever, and the humans know that this is their last stand. The atmosphere is thick with tension as Earth's fleet prepares for the final confrontation. The once hidden ships, now visible in full force, take up positions in Earth's defense perimeter. The Empire is confident, they believe this will be the end of humanity's resistance. But they are wrong. The space battle that unfolds in the vacuum of Earth's orbit is unlike anything anyone has ever seen. Missiles streak across the black void, leaving trails of fiery light in their wake. Laser beams flash through the darkness, bright enough to light up the entire battlefield. The sharp sounds of explosions echo through the communication channels as Earth's ships take on the Empire's most formidable forces. On the ground, Earth's soldiers prepare for a final assault. Armed with the latest technology, they board the Empire's ships in a last-ditch attempt to infiltrate and destroy from within. The enemy's Star Destroyer hovers in the distance, a behemoth of destruction that seems to mock their efforts, but the humans refuse to back down. The fleet fights valiantly, their ships weaving through the intense fire from the Empire, evading the devastating blasts as they return fire with deadly precision. The space around Earth becomes a war zone. Ships break apart in fiery explosions, debris and wreckage floating through the void. The Empire's fleet is massive, but Earth's ships are nimble, using their advanced cloaking technology to stay one step ahead. The humans fight with everything they have, determined to protect their home no matter the cost. Amidst the chaos of battle, Sarah and her crew face a devastating realization: the only way to defeat the Empire's Star Destroyer is to strike at its core. The ship's weapons are too powerful, its shields too strong for any conventional attack to succeed. Time is running out, and Sarah knows that the odds are stacked against them. But then, a brave and selfless decision is made. Commander Kor, the brilliant strategist who had been with Sarah since the beginning, makes the ultimate sacrifice. He knows that the only way to end this war is to take down the Star Destroyer once and for all. Without hesitation, Kor pilots his ship toward the Empire's flagship. He communicates with Sarah one last time, telling her that this is the only way to win. Sarah tries to stop him, but Kor's mind is made up. He knows the risks, but he also knows that Earth's survival depends on this final push. With his ship on a collision course with the Star Destroyer, Commander Kor unleashes a barrage of firepower. The explosion is massive, and for a moment, it seems as if the entire fleet has stopped in awe at the impact. Kor's ship crashes into the heart of the Star Destroyer, delivering a devastating blow that disables the Empire's most powerful weapon. The energy from the explosion shakes the space around it, sending shockwaves through the Empire's fleet. The sacrifice of Commander Kor is a turning point in the battle. It is a blow to the heart of the Empire, and in that moment, the humans see a glimmer of hope. But for Sarah and the crew, it is a bittersweet victory. Kor has given his life to save Earth, and they will never forget his sacrifice. The crew rallies around his memory, and his bravery becomes the spark that ignites their final push. With the Empire's flagship disabled, the remaining forces of Earth's fleet take advantage of the chaos and press the attack. The humans, despite being outnumbered and outgunned, fight with a fierce determination. The Empire's fleet, already in disarray, is unable to recover from Kor's devastating sacrifice. The remaining Earth ships launch a final, all-out assault, hitting the Empire's remaining forces with everything they have. The space around Earth becomes a battleground, but the Empire's once powerful ships are beginning to fall. The Empire's morale is shattered, their confidence broken. As Earth's fleet strikes the final blow, the Empire's forces begin to retreat, their ships fleeing into the deep void of space. The humans have won. Sarah stands at the command center, looking out at the remnants of the battle. The space around Earth is littered with debris from destroyed ships. Earth's fleet, though battered and bruised, has emerged victorious. The Empire has been defeated, and humanity's survival is secured. But it's a hollow victory for Sarah. The loss of Commander Kor weighs heavily on her heart. She knows the price of victory. The cost of this battle was immense. The victory is bittersweet. Sarah looks at the faces of her crew, who have all fought so hard, and she knows that they will carry the memories of this battle for the rest of their lives. Earth has won, but the price of that victory is a heavy burden. The war is over, but the scars it has left will never fade. The battle is over, and Earth has emerged victorious. The Galactic Empire, once a seemingly unstoppable force, has been defeated. But the victory comes at a great cost. Many lives have been lost, including Commander Kor, a hero whose sacrifice ensured humanity's survival. As Sarah and the remaining members of the crew look to the future, they know that their world will never be the same. The Empire has been defeated, but the memories of the war will live on. Earth's victory is not just a triumph of technology and strategy, it is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. With the Empire in retreat and Earth's future secured, humanity can now begin to rebuild. But they will never forget the sacrifices made, the friends lost, and the battles fought. The war may be over, but the story of humanity's survival and triumph will continue to echo through the stars. The final push, the sacrifice, and the victory will be remembered as a defining moment in the history of Earth, a moment that proved that no empire, no matter how powerful, can defeat the will of humanity. The final echoes of war had settled across the solar system. The once dominant galactic empire, with its colossal starships and overwhelming power, had been defeated. Earth's fleet, though battered and scarred, had emerged victorious. In the aftermath of the battle, humanity had proven to the galaxy that they were not just a small, insignificant species hidden away on a distant planet. They had shown that they were a force to be reckoned with, capable of standing up to the might of an empire that spanned across the stars. As Earth's fleet limped back to their home planet, Sarah Donovan, the leader of the Human Defense Forces, stood at the helm of her ship, staring out into the vast expanse of space. The weight of the victory hung heavy on her shoulders, but so did the loss. Friends, comrades, and loved ones had given everything to secure humanity's future. They had paid the ultimate price, and while their deaths had been in service of a great cause, it didn't make the loss any easier to bear. The Galactic Empire's defeat wasn't just a military victory, it was a symbolic moment. For centuries, humanity had been seen as nothing more than a small, primitive species, unable to defend itself against the overwhelming might of alien empires. The humans had been underestimated, mocked, and looked down upon. But now, the galaxy had seen what humanity was truly capable of. Earth's victory over the Empire had sent shockwaves across the galaxy. The once unimaginable thought that humans could stand up to such an advanced, ruthless civilization had become a reality. The Galactic Empire, once the undisputed ruler of the stars, had crumbled under the combined force of human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. But while the Empire was in retreat, the consequences of the war were still being felt. The battle had left scars not only on the fleet but also on Earth itself. The loss of so many lives weighed heavily on everyone. Commander Kor, the brilliant strategist, had sacrificed his life to ensure humanity's survival. Bonner, Sarah's closest friend, had been lost in the chaos of battle. These sacrifices would never be forgotten. They had changed Sarah, reshaped her into a leader who had learned the true cost of war. Now, she had to lead Earth into a new era, an era where humanity was no longer the underdog, but the dominant force. Standing before the remaining members of the fleet, Sarah's heart was heavy with grief. They had won, yes, but at such a cost. As she looked at the faces of her crew, the men and women who had fought beside her, she could see the exhaustion in their eyes. They were all survivors, but not without scars, both physical and emotional. She knew the toll the war had taken on them, just as it had taken its toll on her. Today, Sarah began, her voice steady but filled with emotion, we mourn the loss of so many. We lost friends, allies, and comrades. We lost those who believed in this mission with all their hearts. But we also owe them a debt we can never repay. Their sacrifices were not in vain. Their bravery has ensured that humanity will have a future. There was a moment of silence as the crew stood in solemn respect for the fallen. Sarah's words echoed through the hearts of every person present. The grief was still raw, but they had to move forward. They owed it to those they had lost to make sure their sacrifice had meaning. It was their responsibility to ensure that the human race not only survived but thrived. We are the future, Sarah continued, her voice growing stronger. We have proven that we are not the weak, backward species that the Empire thought we were. We are not just survivors, we are victors. We are the future of the galaxy. And we will not let our fallen comrades be forgotten. The crew nodded, their faces resolute. They had lost much, but they had also gained something invaluable, the knowledge that humanity was stronger than anyone had ever believed. With their victory, they had shown that no empire, no matter how powerful, could stand in the way of Earth's will to survive. As the remnants of the human fleet began to make their way back to Earth, a message was sent across the galaxy, a broadcast that would be seen by every civilization, every species, and every empire that had once looked down on Earth as a backward planet. This message was not just a declaration of victory, but a declaration of Earth's place in the galaxy. The broadcast began with the image of Sarah Donovan, standing strong and proud, her face a reflection of the countless sacrifices made by her people. Behind her was the backdrop of Earth, its blue oceans and green continents shining brightly in the dark expanse of space. "This is Captain Sarah Donovan of Earth's Defense Forces," she began. "For too long, Earth has been dismissed as nothing more than a backwater planet, a species not worthy of attention, let alone respect. Today, we stand as proof that we are not to be underestimated. We have defeated the greatest empire the galaxy has ever known. We have shown the universe that humanity is not the underdog, we are the future." Her words resonated across the stars. The broadcast continued, showing footage of the epic battle, the bravery of Earth's fleet, and the final push that led to the Empire's defeat. As the message played, Sarah's voice echoed through the stars. "We are no longer the underdogs. We are the future. We will no longer cower in the shadows of empires. Earth is a force to be reckoned with, and we will not stop here. This is just the beginning." The message was clear. Earth had proven itself. And now, the galaxy would have to contend with humanity as an equal, if not a superior force. The broadcast ended with one final statement. Humanity is no longer a footnote in the galaxy's history. We are its future. As Sarah stood at the command center of her ship, watching the galaxy unfold before her, a sense of peace washed over her. Earth had survived, and they had proven their strength. But just as she thought the war was over, a mysterious signal was detected. A faint, cryptic message from deep space. The signal was unlike anything the crew had encountered before. It was encrypted, strange, and seemed to carry a sense of urgency. As the crew scrambled to decode the signal, Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. This was not the end. "Captain," one of the technicians called out, his voice filled with confusion and concern. "We've decoded the signal. It's from an unknown source, but it's warning us about something." "What does it say?" Sarah asked, her voice steady but with a hint of unease. The technician hesitated for a moment before replying. "It's a warning about an impending threat. Something worse than the Empire." Sarah's heart skipped a beat. She had thought that the defeat of the Galactic Empire had marked the end of their struggles, but this signal was a reminder that the galaxy was vast and filled with dangers they couldn't even imagine. The screen flickered, and a strange symbol appeared, a symbol that Sarah had never seen before, but one that felt ominously familiar. The signal continued. "They are coming." The screen went black. The galaxy that Sarah and her people had fought so hard to protect was not safe, not yet. A new threat loomed on the horizon, and humanity would need to be ready. As Sarah stared at the dark screen, she knew that their journey was far from over. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: humanity had risen to face the greatest challenges of their time. And now, they were ready to face whatever came next. The battle with the Galactic Empire may have been won, but the war for humanity's place in the galaxy was just beginning. The broadcast had sent a powerful message, but the mysterious signal was a reminder that Earth's fight for survival wasn't over. A new era had begun, and humanity's place in the galaxy was no longer in question. With the Empire in retreat and new challenges on the horizon, Earth stood at the threshold of an unknown future. The sacrifices of those who had fallen would never be forgotten, and their legacy would live on as humanity continued to rise, to face whatever came next, together. The galaxy had witnessed the rise of humanity, and it would never be the same again.